What was the incident at your work? I manage a team of people fairly high up in the organization and I pop around to all different areas in the building for meetings and such. I have an open door policy, and since everybody in my business unit knows who I am, I get a lot of people stopping me to have a chat and pitch ideas and whatnot. I'm sitting in a meeting one day a few levels down from my own floor and I begin to feel the rumblings of discontent from my bowels. There isn't long to go, so I clench and tough it out until blissfully the meeting ends. I scoop up my stuff and head out the door, and around the first corner is Tim. Tim was an awkward young man who would stop me often around the place to talk about some idea or discuss company strategy or whatever. I like talking to people around the company, but Tim was just always around to the point where I'd dodge him if I saw him coming. Tim starts rambling about some point of company policy while at the same time my colon is sounding the emergency self-destruct alarm. I stop Tim at the first pause, tell him that sounds interesting but I have to run to another meeting on the top floor, perhaps we could touch base on it later? He looks ecstatic at the opportunity. I turn the corner, zigzag around the foyer and dodge into the bathroom. The bathroom has an odd setup. The cubicles are at the back, but they're arranged around a central point. You can't tell what's occupied unless you walk around to all the doors to look for a vacant one. But the benefit is they don't share any walls, so each one is like its own little island. The bathroom is empty, so I take the one furthest away from the door and release fury. After the initial release, I hear the bathroom door open and then another cubicle door open and lock. Even though I'm isolated, I reflexively clench up until my primal toilet brain assesses what's going in. I'm waiting to hear something which signals the unspoken agreement that toilet trumpeting may recommence, however nothing appears to be happening. Then I hear the first one. It's the sort of moan you make when you're trying to be quiet but can't. Then comes a few more, some heavy breaths, quiet but echoing around the cubicles. I realize I'm trapped while someone decides to rub one out, probably an arm reaching away. Uncomfortable is effing understatement, but I've got no choice but to wait it out. Then the whispering starts. I don't catch what they're saying at first, just a low sort of mumble, then suddenly there's it is, clear enough to make out come on my face. The awkwardness dial is up to 11, my mind wants me to crawl down the sewer to escape, and that's when I hear yes, F my face, I just do eyes everything. Stops. I stop breathing, my heart stops, everything stops. I recognize the voice, I know what the F is going on. That's Tim. That annoying, pops up everywhere guy is jacking off next to me whilst imagining me effing his face. There is nothing that prepares me for what to do in this situation. I am petrified of doing anything even though I want to scream and run. Mercifully the whispering has stopped, there is a flush, the cubicle opens and closes, the sound of washing hands and then the bathroom door, and I'm alone again. I stayed there, not moving for 20 minutes. My phone was lighting up with people trying to get a hold of me, and when I tried to stand up my legs had fallen asleep. I had missed a meeting and had to explain to my boss what happened. I didn't really, but at that point I really wanted to tell someone. I hadn't had this happen before, he hadn't either. We both just kind of sat there not knowing what to do. We still don't talk about it, but he will occasionally make reference to the incident just to make sure there hasn't been any problems. It's weird, but there is always this brief pause and then a nod, and it's like nothing was ever said until next time.